Hi, everyone.
Hello.
This right here is Dr. Jen White.
Hello.
And we are coming to you live from the library at Palette to talk about all sorts of amazing, incredible, memorable things.
I can't wait.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I have to be honest. It's like I can't not be honest. This is the side that I'm doing without Marcella.
I know.
But I have you, so it's gonna be fun. Can everyone see you?
We also have Marcella. She's ready.
She's very nearby in case we start to flounder.
I always feel like she's close.
Okay, she's mindful. That's one of the things that she is. So while we're chatting, if you have any questions, comment them, leave them below or on the side or however this shows up for you. Okay, first of all, I have to acknowledge the obvious. We both have pink hair.
Yay.
So it's not, it's kind of a coincidence.
Yeah.
But anyway, what made you go pink?
I actually have zero creative in hair. My hairdresser, Janelle Brown, who's amazing, and everyone should check her out. She has complete creative license, so she wants to be purple, blonde, pink, whatever she wants.
You just sit in the chair and you let her do your thing.
Yeah.
I do the same, except I've been purple, and then like a year and a half ago, I was like, let's go pink, and then ever since then, it's just been like, it's very evident that I should have pink hair. It's just, it is who I am now.
Yeah, my sister's kind of a warrior, so she lost all of her hair when she was 26. So hair became.
What do you mean lost all her hair?
She has alopecia universalis, so she has no hair, and she rocked a wig for a couple of years, which was like awesome because she could change her hair all the time. But that became a little bit. They were hot and annoying, and so now she's beautiful and bald, and she rocks.
So alopecia is like is it autoimmune disease?
Sort of.
And it's brought on. Kids get it too.
Yeah.
I think I know someone whose child, but then it can also come and go.
It can. Hers has been persistent. Her hair has not come back, but she rocks it.
Awesome.
So then I became less really attached to, and just to let Janelle's an artist, so she does whatever she wants.
Yeah, you're good with that. Yeah. Cool. Okay, tell all the world like who you are, what you do, and why you're a badass.
So I am a doctor at Saratoga Hospital. I'm an internist, and I work as a hospitalist. So I take care of hospitalized patients. Once you're sick enough to get admitted into the ER to the floor, then I take care of you until you're discharged.
So what does it mean? I don't know I'm like so ignorant when it comes to the different levels of the doctors. And so when you go to the emergency room, so they usually see just like a nurse or something. They like check you out.
Triage you, and then so you get triaged by a nurse, and then you get put on a list to get into the ER depending on your severity of illness. And it's great. So if you have chest pain or something really like threatening, you go right in. But so you be seen by a triage nurse, and then you're either seen by a physician assistant or a nurse practitioner or an ER doctor, and then they determine whether or not you are safe enough to be discharged or you have more things that need to be worked up and you need to stay in the hospital.
Okay, so then when you get admitted in the hospital, like if you have to stay overnight, that's when you take over.
Yep.
And you're like, I got you.
Yeah, and then I take care of you until you're discharged and you're good enough to go home.
Awesome. So you can basically treat all the things.
Well, all the things with help, right? So there's lots of consultants and other people in the hospital there to help and support us. I don't do all the things all by myself.
But you could. You freaking save lives. That's freaking badass.
That's true, but there's a lot of support that goes into that.
Yes.
There's, nurses and a lot of people that are really helpful and important.
I know, but I could not like save a life.
I think your instincts would kick in. I feel like you would.
So you think a lot of what you do is just like intuitive?
Well, I think. Well, no.
It costs a lot of money to get that intuitive.
No.
To become intuitive.
No, but I do think your instincts kick in, right? Your adrenaline pumps and you instinctual. So I don't want you to sell yourself short.
Okay, I'm not going to become a doctor tomorrow.
But you could.
But I could if I want. We could do anything we wanted to, right?
Yeah.
So, did you always want to be a doctor? This is like from the get-go. You were like, I'm going to med school.
So now I'm going to talk about.
And I'm going to be in a lot of debt.
A lot of debt. So my youngest sister, when I was 5 years old, she was born, and my mom and my sister almost both didn't make it. So
Like in labor.
yeah, so my mom had an abruption. She was lifting my great-grandmother who lived with us at the time. And so an abruption is where your uterus rips away from the placenta rips away. It's just not a good situation. And it bleed out a lot. And so it was an emergency, and my sister was born 3 months premature, which in 1981, 83.
She was like 3 pounds.
She was 2 pounds 3 ounces,
Oh
and
my
she went
gosh.
under that. And so she had, she was connected to life support. She was in the NICU, and we used to go and visit. And my dad would say the doctors are making her better, and that's why she can't come home. So then that's what so since I was 5. Really.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Long time.
That's so awesome. And so I feel like there's a huge, some people go through life, right? And they don't know what they want to do. They don't know what they want to be. They don't want to know like how they're going to make money or like what their purpose is.
Mhm.
And I just want to dispel the myth that like, even if you know what you want to do at 5 years old, it's not like an easy ride. It's not like okay, I'm set for life and I'm just going to keep on going my merry own way. Like along the path, there are things that happen that cause you to question whether you're on the right path or whether you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And
100%.
just because your path has been quite different than mine, I would say. I think we have a lot in common.
We do.
We really, really do. And this is something to me that I did not even know who the fuck Jen White was before we opened Palette. We lived literally blocks away from each other in this small town, Saratoga, and then
mind-blowing.
It's insane how I have notoriously been very skeptical of like the universe and orbit, people coming in your orbit and people feeding off of your energy and then showing up into your life and being like the people that you need. But this lady is like proof that this shit actually works, because I literally did not know her. And then, so the way I met her is you were coming in for the matcha lattes at Palette.
It's true.
And hanging out on the front porch.
Yep.
And you were having like little dip in. You were taking a break from work because you were injured.
I was on disability. Yep.
And which is another thing that like a lot of people like forget the stigma of that. Like if you can't freaking work, you are entitled to.
It was not a good experience, but.
So maybe more on that, because we also know that we will talk forever. So we need to like.
We didn't see each other for like 3 hours, or we didn't see each other for like a couple months, and then we saw each other 2 days ago, and we talked for 3+ hours without stopping.
I know, and I just like kept canceling my meetings because I was like, I can't stop talking.
It's a long time.
Okay, so like two like aha things for me is like, first of all, we didn't know each other at all until I opened Palette and you started coming in for the matcha lattes. And of course you're notoriously always working, and because you're like hard worker.
Yeah.
And so you had that moment of like idle time where you were in the cafe a lot and we connected. We realized that like, I don't know, I don't think I have anything in common with doctors and lawyers and like.
And we have like everything.
And actually in real life, like cut the shit. As a human, we're humans and we both have pink hair. I mean, that's not the only thing we have in common. But just the stress levels are universal. Like
we both have a mark.
We do. We both have marks. Yes. And that is so funny. Like we're both married. Oh, the other thing that is like but I think there's a lot of people. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get out. You go through life and you think you know all of your people. Like you think you know not only them in real life, but like what they look like, what they do, who they are, how they think.
Yep.
And a lot of times you go through life like that, and that's like a piece of that's just, I think that's crazy. Like I can't even like think like that anymore. I literally have something in common with everyone, no matter what they look like, what their gender is,
There's always a way
where they're from.
Yeah.
And I could like, this is just prime example is like, you do not have kids. You have 2 dogs? 2 dogs. I don't have dogs. I have babies. I'm married. Like all these things. And then you sit down, you talk, and you're like, oh my God, what you're saying is what I'm thinking, and what I'm saying you're thinking, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're like,
and even though we have completely different lives, we have similar experiences in our completely different lives. Right?
Yeah, it was like the other day you were talking about like how you have to, I'm learning all this stuff about how not to get like depleted, like energy levels depleted from being so friendly and
Empathic.
caring, and I connect with everyone. I literally
And she
I
wants
can't
to
help
give
it.
herself to everyone, which she
And
does.
I just want everyone to be aware that like life is hard, right? And it sucks a lot of the time. So why not share it with people who are going to help you through that? Like
Not a lot of people are real.
well, that's the other thing. Like I cannot take fraudulent people
At all.
anymore. I'm done. I've given them the time of day. I've given them the opportunity to be real, and I just no more. Like this is, I think when people probably meet you, they're like, wait a minute, she's not like this, doctor and above everyone.
Pink mohawk.
Right? And but the other thing is like just because you're a pink mohawk and you're super fun and friendly and you're a doctor, like all the doctors for the most part care, and that's what they're doing. What they're doing. They're not on another level,
No, we're just going in trying to make the best of a bad situation better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because it's never good
Yes.
to be in the hospital anymore.
Well, I mean, that's got to be so stressful, right? Like you go to the freaking hospital every day for work and you're like seeing people at their worst.
It's most vulnerable, yeah.
And scared. Like I don't have a fear of, so this is another maybe strange thing about me, but I absolutely love the hospital. I love the hospital food. Like when I have the babies, I'm like, they're like, oh, you can go home tomorrow. And I'm like, no. I can stay 4 more days. Like you just let me know if that's possible, because I will stay here. And because like our hospital is awesome. The nurses are great.
Good care of you, right?
I mean, I've never been in any other level of the hospital besides the maternity ward. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
No, that's right.
The maternity ward.
The ward.
But I don't know. I just like was so well taken care of for every baby that I've had.
They do a really good job.
And I never wanted to leave.
That's really.
I think that's odd. That is.
Yeah. We do have some patients that like to stay too. I mean,
or like to just show up. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Just to see you.
Well, I don't know if it's just to see me, but they definitely like to be taken care of. And
yeah.
The hospital does a really nice job of taking good care of people and taking care of all their needs.
Yeah, it's a great little community hospital.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so so we have some questions because Marcella's a badass and she wants to make sure we stay on point and on focus. Okay, so we didn't talk much about the yoga thing. So for everyone who doesn't know you as a serious businesswoman, you're a doctor/yoga teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about like the doctor thing.
Yeah.
What about the yoga thing?
So in 2012 maybe? Yeah, okay, so it was the summer of, 2012, I decided to leave Memorial Hospital, and I thought I needed a complete change, so I went into primary care, and that was a disaster, and it was everything that I thought I would not like it ended up to be, which was like, all the anxious females transferred to my practice from my partners, and then I was seeing all these anxious people all the time, and I was anxious, they were anxious.
Yeah.
And then I was seeing all these well visits, and I didn't feel like I felt like I had done so much more in the hospital when I was seeing really sick people.
So you mean primary care is like you're basically just doing office work, lots of paperwork. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of paperwork at the hospital too, but
different.
It's just like mundane, probably.
Yeah, well visits, everybody's coming to see you for a physical, and everybody, it's like, not that healthy's great, but healthy's kind of boring.
Yeah.
So that didn't end up working out.
So true. Healthy is boring.
I know, which is kind of
really being really stressed and being not able to breathe and overwhelmed is so much more exciting. Okay.
So then I ended up giving my notice, and the weird thing was they actually wanted me to not work but paid me for the summer. So I ended up finding yoga in the summer of 2013.
Okay, so this is like just another moment of like
it was crazy.
lull-ish.
It was crazy.
That you were able to like figure out another passion of yours?
Yeah, so I was like, I've always wanted to try this. I tried a couple of different places and I didn't really find my place until I went to the hot yoga spot. And so at that time it was the hot yoga Saratoga. It's now the hot yoga spot, and she has Jess Fuller is 5 amazing locations. But I fell in love with yoga there. And then because I'm crazy and type A and I feel like I have to do everything all the time, I got certified first in Vinyasa yoga. Then I got certified in Yin, which you don't really get certified, but I did 30-hour training in Yin. And then my favorite is Bikram. So that's what I ended up doing with Evolution.
Okay, but Bikram is like the crazy, like, I mean, is it not
crazy
okay to say that he's crazy?
He's a crazy
I think
man.
there's a Netflix show.
He's my teacher, so I have like these conflicting things, right? So I think he created this amazing series, but I think he's kind of like a terrible human.
Do you like just go too far? All I know is I saw like while I was
it's bad. Yeah.
While I was looking for something for Posey to watch on Netflix, I was like, ooh, the Bikram guy.
Skip that.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of like a predator, but who knows? I don't really know. I wasn't there, so I just know that he created this amazing sequence.
His purpose was to create the program, not to prey on
women. Yeah, not good. So, but that did happen with other. So people don't talk about it, but with Tavi Joyce, he also preyed on women, and people don't talk. I don't know why people don't talk about that as much, but so I think all these men that kind of get power,
they don't know what to do with it.
They don't know what to do.
Well, that's a whole nother topic too.
Yeah, we could go on and on.
Yeah, men with power.
We could go on and on. So
go back to that later.
Bikram, I did Bikram training, so I did that over. So it's a 4-week. I did the 4-week training with Evolution, but I could split it. So I did 2 weeks in Santa Barbara, California, and then 2 weeks in Victoria, British Columbia.
How?
So it was amazing. And so that's what I teach primarily now.
Okay, so if for the person in the world
who doesn't know what that is,
yeah, like I don't know what vinyasa means. That sounds really ill.
No, vinyasa is flow. Well, it can be, right? So you can do anything gentle or power wise, but vinyasa is more the flow, one breath, one movement. It's what you kind of think about when you think about yoga, like the downward dogs and chaturangas and upward facing dogs and all of that kind of stuff. And then yin yoga is more of the deep relaxation yoga where you get into stretching, you get into the deep muscles and tendon, not the muscles, into the deep connective tissues. And then Bikram, you work every single cell system of the one from before, 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. I could talk all day about it.
So like what if, okay, so you have to, okay, so you like, this is the thing. If you take a deep breath, like you take inhale 4 and then exhale 8, it's like an automatic calm down.
Yeah, you stimulate your vagus
where
nerve.
you just like calm down. It's science, guys.
Yeah,
it's
parasympathetic nervous system, vagus nerve, it works every time, 100% of the time.
So if you are someone like, say I'm 64 years old, I've never in my life ever tried yoga. Hot yoga seems crazy, but I want to do something. I want to like be a better person.
Oh, you can't be a better person than you already are.
I'm talking about a 65-year-old
Yeah,
somebody.
so I mean,
like this isn't me. I'm just talking about like somebody who's never tried yoga before in their lives. They're super intimidated. They're super like, I'm not going to be able to hold the posture and I can't do the tree pose, whatever this is. Like, what is it that you go and you do? I mean, in my opinion, it's like you just gotta go. You just gotta go and not give a shit. When anyone else, like literally, no one else is looking at you.
No one cares about.
Even if you fart, no one cares.
No, and that did happen.
It happens.
Sometimes.
People don't like realize. I think that's like that is a real fear for some people. Like, I'm not gonna go to yoga because what if like the room is so silent and I have to fart?
Oh, well, it was totally silent, and I was in the back, and I'm just going to share this. I was going in a backward bend, and it was like all the way back, all the way back. And that happened. It happens.
It's human
but I was
nature.
thankful that everybody was backwards, so nobody actually, maybe people next to me probably knew, but I don't know. But that only happened to me once.
I mean, and then it's like, who gives a fuck?
It's a natural body.
Everyone farts.
Everybody poops. Everybody farts.
Oprah farts.
Ellen,
the love of my life.
We love her.
We do. I mean, if you don't love Ellen, you're not my people.
I know. Is that true? Yeah,
right?
I think that's true.
I mean, I know. Look, I can be too much, but the people that I'm too much for, they're not my people.
That's right.
And if they're chiming in, hi, how are you? I'm too much. I'm not gonna change. This is
who we are.
This is just who we are. We can't help it.
Mm-mm.
We're born this way.
So I want to address your question.
Yeah, sorry, you have to.
Well, here I am. So if you're any age, you can start anywhere. So that's the beauty of yoga. You can start. It doesn't matter how old you are, how sick you are, how many times you've started. It just matters to start. And again, you said something about the postures. What if you can't do any of the postures? That the postures actually are not even important. The postures are there to connect your mind and your body. The postures are not the important part.
It's actually just deep thought work, right? Where you're just like, you're going to a space, you're holding this time sacred for you.
Yep.
To be alone with yourself, not a phone.
Right. No distractions.
No distractions. And it's forcing you to just think about the position. And so you're forced to not think about the bills, not think about the stress, the
list
kids,
of things you have to do.
Yeah, all that shit, it's impossible.
Right. Especially with Bikram, because there's a dialogue, so the teacher's always talking, so you're constantly thinking about what the teacher's saying to get into the posture, so there's really no room for extra thought, and that's why it's such a beautiful moving meditation, and why I love it so much.
Yeah, it's therapy, which we all need so much more of. Like, literally everyone needs therapy.
For everyone.
In some form of another, like whether it's a coach, whether it's a therapist, or it's like a psychiatrist.
You got it.
Ding, ding, ding. We all need it. We need each other. All that stuff. Okay.
Here's a question.
Ooh. Oh, Heather Wise. Dr.
Zamer. I love
saved my little girl's life at Saratoga Hospital 10 years ago.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
He caught her heart murmur before she went home. 24 hours later, we were down at Albany Med, and she endured her first out of 2 open heart surgeries. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
I also worked at Saratoga Hospital for years as an occupational therapist.
Yes, you got it.
I agree. A wonderful community hospital. Thank you.
That's such a good
Who's Dr.
story.
Zamer?
Dr. Zamer.
Okay.
He's amazing. He's like a tall version of me. I'm a natural redhead, and he's a tall redhead.
Okay.
And so he was also a pediatrician, and so he did a lot with the newborns before we had a neonatologist. Dr. Leffner's here now. And now Dr. Zamer is amazing in the community because he helps all of our addiction people. He's like magic.
Which is everyone.
Yeah.
Again, because everyone
knows
an addiction.
or has an addiction.
Yeah. How many of you all have addictions?
Yeah, that's true. You're
addicted to yoga.
Yeah, 100%.
It just so happens that it's like good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Heather, for sharing.
I love Dr. Zamer too so much.
Is working in a hospital really like Grey's Anatomy? Is there a McDreamy, a McSteamy in Saratoga that we need to know about? Maybe someone new
hilarious.
Maybe someone new on the floor.
That might be the funniest thing that I've ever been asked.
I am obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, and I'm a horrible fan because I'm way behind, but I have 3 kids, 2 businesses, It's always
Dr.
Gray understands.
He'll always be there.
She understands the necessary, yes. She, they're all surgeons. I guess, not all the doctors are surgeons.
No, they're not. But our surgeons, I have to say, are the nicest group of people ever, which is weird. Every other hospital I've worked at, some of the surgeons can be not as nice and don't have the best bedside manner. Our surgeons are amazing. I feel so lucky to be able to say that.
And is there any
so
I don't know if this is okay to say, but is anything is
so
there romance?
Oh, there is.
Is
so
there
Grey's Anatomy is real. That shit is real. That is not made
Do
up.
doctors fall in love with patients?
No, I think it's more like nurses. Try to rope in the doctors, and the doctors are looking at them. So yeah, I think the question about a McDreamy, McSteamy would be better for the nurses.
Okay, well we'll have to pull in a nurse.
Yeah, I think we have to do a poll of the nurses.
Have to do
I'm sure they have a totally different experience with that than me.
Yeah, or opinions of the doctors.
That's probably very true too.
Oh gosh,
that was
like
really
its own.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, nurses are you can't do the things without the nurses.
Nurses are life. I couldn't do any of my.
And I know, I have friends that are nurses, and I know that they're treated like shit by patients.
Oh yeah, they're
yelled at. A lot of the time. I mean, doctors too, right? You get yelled at because, again, everyone is at their worst in the hospital. A lot of people are not like me, who enjoy being there. I can actually remember when my papa, that's what we call grandparents down south, papa, I was I think it was 10 or 8, 9, 10 or something when he died, but he was always in the hospital, and I would always get so excited to go to the hospital. And I remember my mom like hold my hand and be like, shh, shh, we're in the hospital, we're in the hospital. And I remember her saying like, the only happy floor is the baby floor, you know, like just shh, be quiet. And yeah,
that's kind of true.
It's,
there's a cute little bell that rings when there's a baby born now, and it's
really
so happy.
That is so. That's
and everyone
it
doesn't
feels
matter what's
so
happening,
happy.
right? It doesn't matter what's happening because you're like, you could be having the worst moment, and then that goes off, and you're like,
Life
a baby,
created
a baby. And the
That
other day there was a
amazing.
ding, and then like a minute later another ding. So I think it was twins, and we got double excited, like excited.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, Meredith Grey, she usually goes to the nursery to like to see the babies when she needs to like, you know.
They have those
Yeah.
babies on lockdown though. Really.
I like when I was you know, it's not the same where like in the movies or when it used to be where you could like go down the aisle.
I mean,
and see
I
all
have
the
a
babies
badge,
lined up.
and I have to call to go in, and I have a badge, and I don't even get swiped in.
Well, babies getting napped are still a thing, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a crazy code pink at the hospital.
Code pink is when a baby's getting.
Yeah, but it was a code, and they didn't tell us it was a code, and holy moly.
What does that mean? Code means dead.
No, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say code pink. I don't know. A baby was abducted, but it wasn't real. It wasn't real. It was like a
False
a
alarm.
drill. It was a drill. But
But
we didn't know it was a drill.
Well, I think that's on purpose.
Well, people
So
went
that
a
people
little cray-cray.
jump to it,
People went a little
searching for
cray-cray.
the baby. Okay, we're getting too off.
Way off topic now.
Way off topic.
Uh-huh.
We just know that
Bring it
we need to pull the nurses about the McSteamies and the Dreamies.
Yeah.
You know,
And your babies are safe at Saratoga. That's like the bottom line.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
important. It really depends on everybody, like the babies on there. It's good. I feel very safe and confident and secure at the Saratoga Hospital. And the other thing that I had to mention is it's just so funny, not funny, but like maybe this is just my personal opinion or like perspective of doctors. Like, I don't know, when you're growing up, you're like, can you be a doctor? Can you be an attorney? Or like, you know, so, but all the doctors that work at our hospital live here amongst us.
Yeah, we're normal. Humans.
Normal, everyday,
Normal.
waking up, eating food, doing the things, stressing out about bills, all the things.
All the things.
Doctors also do.
Humans.
Human shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like not actual human shit. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Okay. We kind of talked about the yoga journey.
Yep.
So there, actually kudos to us for taking care of that.
Job.
Okay, Jen, you were one of our first founding members here at Palette.
Yeah.
And what got you on board? What made you join? Why are you here?
Easy question.
And it's not, I can't be the reason.
Oh, please. So I met this woman. When did we meet? In August? Was it August? July or August? I think
it must. It was definitely still during track season.
Yeah, because I remember Phil was like, "Wait, you haven't been here yet. You have to come." Phil, who's amazing.
Yeah, and we have to also mention because like people are watching this worldwide.
Hello.
And a lot of people can go back and watch it. So we have to explain, like, we're in Saratoga Springs, which is I keep on saying notorious. I like that word. And it's what our claim to fame, really, until okay, anyway, the horse racing industry is huge here. Saratoga Springs is the home of America's oldest racetrack.
Yeah.
It's like this is where horse racing started.
History.
And it's incredible. Like, we have fanatics here that come and watch the races at Saratoga Racecourse, which is also known as like the Graveyard of Champions, because all the awesome horses live here.
Yeah, that's true.
And so,
were you there when American Pharoah ran?
I didn't actually go to the race, but I went to like see him.
He's a magical horse. I was like this close to him, like almost this close to that magical horse. And because
he's
of my
probably
friend
taller than you.
He's huge. He's a ginormous animal. But he was.
You guys, there's a phone booth here if you want to have a seat.
It's really cute in there. Okay.
We're just doing a live on Facebook, so
don't mind us.
Don't mind us.
So yeah, my friend John Mooney got me into the paddock for that race, and it was amazing. And that horse is magical. But then it was like you could he lost, and then you could hear a pin drop, and with all those thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Lots and lots of people
So it is
lost
kind of
money.
crazy.
But if you bet on the underdog, which is
You know what's really weird? So that horse, the Keen Ice that won,
yeah.
every time I was trying to get to Pharaoh in the beginning, that horse kept blocking my view. So that was maybe the universe saying, this is the horse you should bet on. Did I? No, I did not.
You bet on American Pharaoh and you
Because
lost.
that's where my heart was.
Okay, so back to you were coming to the cafe.
Yes.
You Phil's one of our badass baristas, which I feel like baristas is very feminine term,
He's not
but he's
feminine at
not
all.
feminine at all. He's like he's so manly.
Manly man.
But he's emotionally evolved, so he's welcome here.
Woke dude.
And he told you about Palette
Yep.
and how you need to come and have coffee and
And he's like, you don't know Catherine, like Marcella? And I was like, well, I think I met Marcella maybe at Paint and Sip, right? And then we met, and it was like, honest to God, this is going to sound dramatic and cheesy and weird, but it was fireworks. I was like, who is this human? And how did we not know each other before? And I love her.
And what's so strange is like we know a lot of the same people,
we're in the same circles, but
never had met before. So she was spending time at Palette.
And then you told me about what was happening upstairs.
Right. So we opened the cafe, and then 2 months later, we realized that we could have the space upstairs. So we offered the opportunity for people to join memberships prior to. And what's happening upstairs is a co-working environment, but more so community. And you join, and we sit down with you. We set the goals that you need to do, and we reach them all by the end of the year. It's like you're gonna lose the 20 pounds that you want to lose. We're gonna get you on the diet that you want to try out. You're gonna start yoga. We're gonna get our health right. But there's also like businesses starting. Like Mary Jo just announced that she's opening this incredible indoor dog park, retail, bakery for all the puppies of Saratoga. And I'm so excited. And that was launched here. I mean, she has been Chow. Do you get it?
It's so
like
cute.
Chow Bella.
CHOW. I love
So
it.
yeah. So lots of incredible things happening here. And then I saw you at the track. Like I just kept on seeing Jen.
We kept on. So we never saw each other, and then we kept seeing each other like over and over and over again. And then I found out about what she was doing, and I was like, this is maybe the most amazing thing I've ever heard of in my life. And why is every community not doing this everywhere? And why are women not supporting women? And not only women, but I was like, this would be great for Mark. So initially I said,
oh yeah, Mark joined before you.
Yeah, I said, Mark, my husband, who's a fancy chef of Saratoga, he's amazing, by the way, made by Mark Catering. If you haven't, you should know. Right?
I did know of him before you.
Yeah, that's what you actually said that to me.
Oh yeah, you're the guy who like does all the really fancy dinners in people's homes, and
yeah, you actually are the reference of where we came
I could
up
literally
with
never afford to bring you into my home or fit you because my house is teeny tiny.
Which is not true.
But he also makes amazing pasta.
Yeah, he's amazing. So I said, oh, this would be an amazing community for him and his business and his catering company, and just all the benefits are so. So you get to meet all these people, and all these people have coordinating talents that build off of each other, and it's just this community. And she's built this community of badass people, all willing to lift each other up and help each other. And why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? So then I was like, oh, Mark should do this. And then I was like, oh my God. And then, so there's also, can I talk about the concierge thing?
Yes.
So I was like, oh my God, there's Kiki. So Kiki is the concierge service.
Yes.
And she helps you do whatever it is that you need to get done while you're working.
Yes. So it's anything from, I can't figure out how to hook up my headphones to my computer, or I can't figure out how to connect my Twitter to my Facebook, or I can't even figure out how to upload the right photo on Instagram so it's not grainy, or it could be I need stamps. It could be somebody's coming to meet me there, but I'm running late, so can you greet them? Can you have them get a coffee? Can you sit them down? Can you get anything that
Can you grab me a cup of coffee? Can you grab me a glass of wine?
Yeah, like or I mean, several times it's like, hi, I'm in a rush. I'm driving up. Please come out and bring me coffee. We've done that a couple times. I mean, just everyone needs an extra set of hands to just do stupid, like little tiny things that just suck the life out of you. Because, like, okay, for example, yesterday I could not figure out how to print. Like there's like I did an update on my computer and I can't figure out how to print, and I'm like losing my shit,
It makes
right?
you crazy.
Yeah, and it totally zaps you, and you're like, okay, I cannot continue the rest of the day now because I'm just like, oh, like this sucked up 2 hours of my day. And so Kiki can help you with that.
Kiki is, and so I was like, Mark, I don't want to.
Mark has used Kiki quite often.
And then what if I wanted Kiki? So anyway, so this got born, and I was like, I have to be part of this, and I wanted to support this amazing community because I wanted to be there for it. I wanted to be there while it continues to grow and expand and grow into exactly what your vision is, because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Women supporting women, community supporting community.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like real people. It's not I don't know, I'm just like so tired of people saying like, I empower women or I support women. But like really, you don't show up for them when they need you. You know, like thoughts and prayers is not enough anymore. We need each other. We need physical. We need to show up for each other. And that's what we're doing here. It's like when you sign on, I sit down with you, or Marcella, our resident unicorn, sits down with you, and we go through all the things. So you did the survey. It's a lot. It's like an hour and a half of questions, and a lot of it is like, who are you? Where are you at in life? What do you need to get done this year? Like, what is it? What is it at the end of this year that you got done? You're gonna feel not like shit, you know?
Yeah, like something really that you've been
sucks
thinking about for a long time, that you've been trying to figure out. Like that's what's. I can't talk about my thing because I'm not there yet. But I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to get back in. That's
when it's
happening.
Launching. Yeah. So this is the other piece of it, is like you think you're the only one going through something. You think like you're the only one stressed out over this new business, or what if, or I want to write a book, or you can write the freaking book, you can launch the business, you can get up out of bed. Like it's the littlest things to the biggest things that we're conquering together here with each other. And it's not just me, it's everyone is contributing their own magic. It's been amazing to witness in real life and it all be rolling out. I mean, the first event that we had here where we I don't know if you were at the first one. I think you and Mark came to like September, I think. But September. The July event, we put it out there. I was a nervous wreck. And it's like half the people, more than half the people who showed up, I didn't know. They were like, just like you were. It's like, I didn't even know these people existed, but they needed this in their lives. Yep. They come here every day. They're working, but they're also just socializing. They're meeting people. And it's like, we're all showing up for each other in real life. Yeah. And we all know what we're all living with, because we're all living with it and we're all acknowledging it. Like
it's real.
No one is above you. No one is less than you. We're all on the same level, and we're all just trying to do better for ourselves and each other
every day.
And with the no bullshit, it's like the no, what is she gonna get out of it? It's not about that. It's like so many people who are here, and I'm like, I don't think I ever had anything in common with or could collaborate with in any way. Like, what would Jen need in a space like Palette? That's a co-working space and community space. She has a job. She is she has several jobs. She has several things that calls, you're called to do. But even Jen needs support.
And
space to just like be just you.
Yeah, be able to come here at any time and have everything that you could possibly need. I feel like totally at home. Like I walk in, I'm like, I'm home again. It's just everything about it. It's a warm atmosphere. The downstairs, the upstairs, pink. I mean, it's home, and it's perfect. And everybody has you to thank for it. Really, it's pretty beautiful. I literally just thought to myself, like, oh my God, I freaking wish that I had a space that I could just go to when I'm feeling like shit, or when I just need a break, or I just need to get work done, or I'm not gonna get like the eye roll because I'm with my kid, or I don't have dogs, but dogs can come here too. And like we welcome everyone where they are. We meet them where they are, and that's literally what we need more of, instead of
oh, I can't go there because I'm not dressed appropriately, or I can't fit in, or I don't have money for that,
happened?
Oh my God. Like a lot of people, I mean, even in my own experience, like, oh, I'm not going to go to that space because I'm not dressed okay. Are you freaking kidding me?
Exactly.
You can go wherever you want to go. You know what? This is like
all the time.
A free country, and you can literally go wherever you want to go.
We have pink hair.
And do whatever you want to do. And it's way more fun when you find other people who agree with you, that you're capable of anything that you could have ever imagined. And so you get to celebrate all that shit with them all the time. And it's not always high. It's not always awesome. It's not always like positive and sunshine and rainbows. But we can also agree that when at your lowest point, you need people. You don't need to like hide under your covers. You need to come out into the world, be with people who have been there, who get it, and who want to help you through it
and want to support you. And
there are people out there that would like to see you just white knuckle it through and just like, hey, it was tough for me, so it should be tough for you, and you'll figure it out.
We all know those people.
I'll be thinking of you, and those are not your people. You need, even those people, like they need people.
Too.
They need people to like lift them up instead of just expecting them to go through it like
life's
like
hard.
with a miserable like face like this, like who does that?
I don't know. I can't. My dad. You're funny.
He's like, well, he's that guy that like, if you get, I'm obsessed with Disney, so I tried to bring.
She's my spirit animal.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I did totally videotape Tinkerbell when she was flying into the shoe. He's like the guy that is in Disney World with like the grumpy hat and the beast shirt, and he's just like annoyed. Okay, sorry, but I still love him.
Oh yeah,
that's what's important.
Because you meet him where he is.
Because like, yeah, he will always be the guy that points out, I don't know, all the things, all
the stuff you don't want to.
The stuff that I don't think it's a waste to focus on that stuff. You know, all the problems of the world. It's just a waste to take up your mind.
Energy.
That stuff. And energy, yeah, like energy zapper. We don't need that.
We need all the energy we can get. Let's be honest.
Okay, okay, so we love having you this is all Marcella's words, I love it. We love having you as part of our community here. I know that you're a fan, but what is your best favorite event series that you've
So there's been so many things, and so I just went
back
to work.
But like most excited about?
So I love the book club. Book club is amazing, and I got kicked out of my last book club, so this was really exciting to find a book club that I was welcomed in.
That will never kick you out?
Yeah, whether I can participate or not.
Yeah, I mean, if you're flipping tables and throwing books or burning books will kick you out, but for the most part.
Books are my treasures. I mean, look at all these beautiful books. Yeah, so I love books. Book club, and then not only fiction book club, but nonfiction book club, and then true crime is amazing. We took a tour of the cemetery in town, and it was crazy and spooky and fun. So I just feel like you guys have something for everyone. They're starting a grief group, which I think is like amaze balls.
Yes, it's just like, again, everyone. Well, so
in the dance parties,
yeah. So the biggest like takeaway, I guess I have to just share is just like everyone is struggling. Everyone is going through something hard, like hard. And there's no level of hard. There's no level of like sorrow or grief.
I'm suffering more, right?
We're all just in the thick of this, right? Of life. But even with the right type of people, the right supportive community, you can get through the hard shit. Yeah. You will, because like the alternative is just like not being here. And that's not okay. So even this is another thing. It's just like you can't lean on someone else to do what you can execute in the best way for people. So for example, the grief group came out of membership guests who were coming to the cafe who wanted to get together, and so you don't even know what is happening until you go through something like this. So I have not lost someone like super close to me. So even me, I'm like, I don't know if I even should have a place here, but
I lost the thing that was the closest to me last year. The closest. My baby Stella.
Okay, yeah, the puppy dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know. Well, look, our Nola.
But I mean, it's just saying,
our Nola, she passed away when Posey was 4 months old, and we still just like talk about her. It's sad. And people lose children, people lose husbands, people lose parents, siblings, and we can talk about that here in a way that you leave feeling okay and supported, and
because that shit's hard.
Because it's like we can all do the hard things. We can.
But together, it's so much better.
It's miserable to do that stuff alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's miserable to just like hide under covers and pretend like you're all by yourself. You're not. That's like all just not true. There are people all over the world going through exactly what you're going through.
But don't you think, I'm just switching topics really quick, but that's maybe why I found Palette when I did. Because I was in a really low point in my life, right?
Yeah.
So I lost Stella. I was on disability. So I broke my foot on March 1st last year. Oh my God, that was a trip. And so I found Palette at that time. And so how amazing. You guys, Palette lifted me up kind of out of this like crazy, horrible slump I was in. It's true. True story.
Yeah, because I'm not discrediting how you were feeling, because it was all very real for you. But it's like, it's not forever. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts
Not
forever.
even when you're feeling like you're feeling high on life or low on life, it doesn't last forever. There's always like another dip and another valley. Yeah. So the Good Grief event series is going to be once a month at the end of February. February 24th is the first one. It's a Monday night. And so if you are struggling, grieving, or going through something, about to lose someone, or fear of losing someone, or know of someone who has just lost someone, like
if you have grief,
if you are dealing with any sort of grief, and it doesn't freaking matter the situation, whether it's your dog, your cat, your child, your husband, your spouse, your sister, Kobe Bryant, like, I'm sorry, but like that happened, and a lot of people, regardless of,
I actually can't think about it for more than like 30
regardless
seconds.
of like who he was or what he stood for or what your opinion of him, the man passed away tragically. And I'm sorry if you were not felt by that. Like, it really, I don't watch sports really. I don't have time to, but everyone knows who he is. And like, there was literally, like, the man woke up one day and he's gone. You know what I mean?
He went to go
it's just
try
like
to coach his daughter's game.
It's like life is precious and special, and everyone
and fleeting,
like just like that. Yeah.
Can just.
So it's why you need to do what it is you like that gives you purpose. Don't wait to try the new thing or to say what you want to say, right?
Like, do what you want to do.
Do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, enough of the bullshit.
No BS. I will kick your ass.
2020.
20 freaking 20.
I can't believe it. It's a new decade.
We're not driving in jets yet, but
yeah.
Like, or like the Jetsons. That's where I was going with that.
I was with you.
Okay, so true crime grief. Those are
dance parties.
Dance parties, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many. There's so many things. There's so many things.
Yeah, we just did the story slam last week, which was so much fun. Where we all just told stories.
That's
and
so fun.
We did it in the boardroom, so we had like the TV and we were presenting kind of thing. But moving forward, it's just going to be like we're taking a page out of the Moth Radio Hour. Do you listen to that? So check out our calendar soon. It's coming soon, but it's gonna be a story slam because, like, I actually don't like. Who doesn't love stories? You go to the movies for a story. You go to a musical for a story.
And we all have really good stories.
Speak to each other about stories, and I mean, I'm not even saying I'm the most incredible storyteller, but I have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one thing my dad is. He is such a good storyteller.
I
mean, you can just be.
But that's what she does. See, she just brought a positive.
Okay, yeah. I try to bring it up all the time. Okay, what's your... Okay, so Jen and Mark have the most adorable little puppies. They're dachshunds.
Oh my God,
they're the smallest.
cutest.
They're the smallest dachshunds I've ever seen, and which just again, if people don't know, like we look like we're the same like size right now, but Jen is like a quarter of the size of me.
No, not lie.
She's so little.
I'm 4'10" and a half.
She wears a size 4 shoe.
It's true.
Like this is.
I'm fun size.
I just
No?
like I don't think
No.
people. No. What? I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm like I wasn't listening to what you're saying basically, but
Oh.
you are. You're just like too tiny. I want to stick you in my purse.
You're
Carry
not,
around.
You're not that big. But you're funny.
Okay, so maybe you're half the size of me and a third of the size of Marcella.
I don't know.
We're gonna take a photo.
I feel huge.
Oh, there's
I don't know.
there's this other really tall person that I absolutely need you to take a photo with next to you. Is this what people do to you? Like as a short person?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have short people. Maybe we need a short people group.
Maybe it's a support group for
short
people who need stools in every room of their house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's me.
Okay, back to the puppies though. They're the teeny tiny
Ripple and Rosebud. They're so precious. They're miniature dachshunds. They're sisters. They were born on July 9th of last year. We got them in September. They are little love bugs. They're so funny. And Ripple just went into heat. Oops. Crazy. So that's a little messy, but we love her, and we're going to get her through it. Yeah. We're waiting for Rosebud to start anytime.
So do you get dogs fixed
Yeah, spayed.
prior to
Spayed or neutered.
this? Okay, so you didn't do that yet.
Well, they said after
Weird.
6 months, and they're 7 months. And, you know, I don't know. I'm not really excited for them to have surgery. I feel like, so supposedly it increases the risk of nipple cancer if you let them grow through a heat,
That sounds painful.
which is terrible.
Because
But
they have 6 of them, right?
they have a lot.
They have 8 nipples.
Maybe they have 6. But I'll have to count when I get home. But I feel like it might be good for their bones. So I'm embracing it.
The spay or the cancer, or not to do that?
To let them go through at least one heat.
Okay.
Let the hormones like build their bone. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that to make
So
myself
are like
feel
all?
better. I might be.
Does it bring all the dogs to the yard?
We are trying to avoid that situation. Yeah, but she seems a little bit interested in all the other dogs. She is.
So she's interested in all the male doggies.
I think so.
And are all the like when the dogs walk by, are they like?
Yeah, I think they can. I think that
You
they
know?
are all in. No.
It's
Yeah.
like nature.
Mhm.
I don't know what that
Exactly.
ding was,
It's a ding.
but it wasn't a baby being born.
It wasn't. Oh darn. We can pretend it was
Okay.
because there's a baby being born somewhere.
Somewhere. Like every minute, I think, is I don't know the statistic of that, but babies are born every day.
Yes. And Rosebud and Ripple are the cutest babies.
They
really
are. So one of them is like dark.
Yeah. So
Brown.
Ripple is brown and chocolate and tan, and Rosebud is
Is like just gray and beautiful.
Isabella and tan.
She's pretty. Isabella?
Isabella. That's what they call it. I don't know why it's.
Oh,
called
the
Isabella.
color, okay.
Isabella gray or Isabella tan. She is. Yeah.
Do you have any outrageous bucket list goals for 2020?
Yes, I do, and one I can't talk about yet, but I'm really excited about it, and I feel like it's the first time in my life that I'm like allowing myself to do something outside of like my box, like that I'm in. So stay tuned on that. But I also want to learn how to knit and crochet.
Oh well, you gotta come. We have that here.
Of course.
Yeah, we have
Anything that you
not your grandma's knitting circle.
But I really want to
It's
learn.
on a Sunday morning.
Okay.
And we're gonna do some knitting, chunky knit blankets at Paint and Sip. We
I
can't
know.
do it here
That's
because
amazing.
the space is just not big enough for a big chunky blanket, and for everyone to be wrapped up in their own big chunky blanket at the end of the day is not gonna fit here.
Listen, I had a patient's family member give me a big Afghan that she made. That happened last
You
week.
know that also happens at the hospital when you have a baby. They give you blankets that the
Oh my
old
God,
not
it's so
they're not
nice.
I don't know if they're old ladies, but the floral mission ladies.
That's so nice.
They like crochet these beautiful blankets. I have a purple one for Ruby and a white one for I have a purple one for Zia and then a white one for Ruby. And maybe it wasn't something they did when Posey was born.
Posey.
So I have two. Yeah, so
August,
it's like a lost art form. But so this is the other thing I just want to like point out.
I can't wait.
You're like, first of all, you're just a doctor, right? So like
Yeah.
that is a lot of school loans
Yep.
that you committed to. You did, you know, like in medical school, some people start and don't stop, like don't graduate.
That's right.
Like not everyone that goes to medical school
That's true.
becomes a doctor.
But
it's challenging.
a lot. It's not a lot, but it does happen, right? It's harder.
The number
it's
of
really
people
hard to get in. So they make it really hard to get in, so that the amount that don't end up finishing is less.
Okay, that makes
They make
sense.
it really hard to get in.
But you got in.
Yeah.
You completed it. So
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah.
But you didn't stop there. You were like, I am into yoga.
Yeah.
So you went all in. You became a yoga teacher, which
Yep.
is also hours of training.
Mhm.
And it's like a big thing to take on because like people come into your space and they want to feel
Sharing
better when
energy,
they leave.
right?
Yeah.
Sharing energy.
Yeah. So you did that, and then you are really into horse racing.
Yes,
So
I
you
love
own
it.
horses.
One. A little
But
like
still.
percent of one, but yeah,
But still, I mean, I don't freaking own a horse.
I love it.
But you're really into it all in, and you're like, you know all about it too.
Yeah.
So we need to have
try to.
we
I
need
mean,
to
I
have like
don't
a
know all
Gen
about it.
Day at the track for
That's a good idea.
people because I still just don't know anything about it. I just see them run around. I see lots of
But
money
you always
being
look pretty
lost.
when you go.
I like to wear the hat. I just go on opening day and I dress fancy, and I sit with my friend Rick and bring the kids,
I
and
love it.
I get the photo op. But for the most part, we're like we're on the backyard.
I like the backyard.
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
what I always
That's
see.
where I saw you. Yeah.
Yeah. And wait, there was one more thing that I wanted to mention that we didn't talk about. Oh, you're a dancer.
Oh yeah, I love to dance. Yep.
You do the dancing, the
Yeah.
adult dance classes. You're in them.
At the dance lab, yeah, the dance lab is amazing. Mary Beth Bessler is like
That's
the
where
best
Posey
dance-
went.
best dance teacher ever. So I was doing, before I broke my foot, I was doing tap and hip hop. But I was doing like intermediate tap, advanced tap, and then hip hop, and it was so much fun. Yeah, I know. Before I broke my foot, I was working full time, teaching 7 yoga classes a week, and taking 3 dance classes a week. It was too much. Yeah, it was crazy. So now I'm not back to dancing yet with my foot, but I'm hoping in the fall I can put the tap dance shoes back.
I love to dance.
It's like my
And I don't mean like, so I when I was going into freshman year of high school, I tried out for the dance team,
love
which
that.
was like a statewide like championship dance
They were really good.
team. They were like so good. I never could have been on this dance
But
team.
I love that you tried out.
But I tried out. I so wish that we had social, like this is one reason, like right now, I mean, I'm like happy we didn't have social media when I was in high school and
Me
early
too.
college
Me
because
too.
wow, but I would have loved to see
Your older
little
self.
old me,
Your
little old
little
me
self.
at 13 years old trying out for the dance team.
I would like to see it too.
Because like my rhythm is just like it's like
It's
the
your own.
kooky. It's like the kooky rhythm. Like I can't. There's no sexy. There's no It's not. It's like I'm telling you, this isn't just like me being like, oh, tell me I'm awesome. This is like I know that the dancing is not something I'm good at. Okay, but
you love it.
But what's crazy is like so all of my best friends were like really good dancers, like doing
All the
the
things.
kicks and the popping and the hopping and the pirouettes.
Popping is no joke. That's hard.
Look, and I'm like from New Orleans, so like the music is like the pop and hip hop kind of music. It just never could show up. That. Or
love it
like
so
I
much.
remember. Vividly remember one of the things that you had to be able to do in order to like qualify to even get to the next round to learn the choreography for the tryout day, which is like a full day. It was like a full on Saturday from like
Big deal.
it was like a
It's a long
you
day.
had to be able to do what did you say? Like a toe touch?
What is that called?
I think it's called a toe touch.
It might be, but where you do a split in the air and touch your toes on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that shit's hard. That is so hard. Can you do it now? I wish anyone could do it right now.
just like bless me.
But you did it.
13-year-old me.
She did it though.
I mean, my mom and dad must have been so scared.
Like
I mean, come
embarrassed
on.
for you.
So then I became like the mascot because
Oh,
I
that's
clearly
cute.
was cut from like I didn't even make it like second round audition.
Yeah, but at least we gave you a spot on the team.
It wasn't a spot on the team. It was like for the school when no one would dress up or there was no one.
Trying to
There
give
was
you
me.
I'm trying to give you some props here. I'm trying really
I don't
hard.
need it. It's fine. This is fine. I dressed up as we were the Cubs.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was
cub.
like a little cub with a little bow and a little
cute.
skirt. And I also we're from
hilarious.
New Orleans, so they're like marching parades. So I was always like the banner holder.
Well, you kept the rhythm.
So so because all my friends were on the dance team, I still like would go to their competitions. I was like a total fangirl for the Carmelettes, the Mount Carmel
Oh
Carmelettes.
my God, I love it. I love it.
My point is that I am not a world-class dancer, but I love to dance.
And I can hear the music.
And everyone can dance.
Yeah.
Literally, it is the natural form of
expression.
It's like dancing. And like, I don't know why we don't have more. I don't know why the only place that's acceptable to dance is like at a bar drinking with like club music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't get that. So
do you have a current song that like you hear it and it just makes you like have to move?
Anything Queen, anything that Freddie Mercury has ever spoken or said, I can dance to.
I love that.
Freaking love him. I loved him. I do love him. I think the love is still there.
I love that.
I love Lizzo.
I was just that would be mine. Every time she's on, I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I have to move my body.
I could not.
She's
move
amazing. I love
if any of her songs came on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. So my point was that like Mary Beth has these amazing adult dance classes, and anyone that's like sitting in. I remember actually you must have been at the same year as Posey, because I can remember.
It's Raining Men. Hallelujah,
yes!
It's Raining Men. Yeah, that was
yes, and I remember being like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Yeah, we were awesome.
Like, you guys got together every week.
Yeah.
And it was
learned
fun.
to dance, and it was so fun, and we got to dress up and wear a costume, and who doesn't want to do that?
I wear costumes every day.
So the one more thing that's really funny, so Mary Beth, when she was like, oh, there's a recital, and some of the other ladies in the class were like, ooh, I don't know, and I was like, a recital? Can I be in the front? Can I be in the front? And can I be in all the dances? So I love recitals. So I can't wait to get back. I'm so excited right now.
It's the same like art, like it's the same as like an art show, you know, or like a display of like all the work you
Mary
did.
Beth dance. Holy shit.
She can move her body.
Holy shit.
I'm like,
in every way, like lyrical.
And I just didn't see it coming, because like whenever I saw, like I was always bringing Posey to like the kindergarten toddler thing, so I never saw her like moving, like really moving.
That girl,
like
holy cow, she can pop like nobody's business.
And she can just like
her shoulder, like she's amazing.
Like how does her head go over here and her body's over here?
I don't know.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I feel like Rhythm Nation came on one time and she was like doing that whole, you know, that thing.
Yeah,
she can do that whole thing.
I love it.
This taped. That's gonna be theirs.
It's totally cool. Yeah, it's a live broadcast, and then it goes on to our page. It's fine.
Okay.
We're like about 2 minutes over,
of course
which we knew we would be. So, do you have any questions? Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I think that everybody, if you have any interest about palette or what we've been talking about, you should reach out, because it's like the best community, and I think it's something that Saratoga needed so desperately. And I just love you.
Wait, thank you. I love you too.
I mean it.
I like really do.
From my heart.
Like really. The other piece of it is like I didn't pay Jen to be here. Yeah. She like all these people just want to be here.
I love it here.
And
love it here.
And we are a small town. We're like small town Saratoga, but we don't deserve less than awesome in the spaces that we exist in. So we need badass coffee shops, badass communities, badass bars, restaurants, people around us, and we deserve that.
And everybody's lifting each other up.
And everybody deserves it.
Yeah.
Like even like, I don't know, I even see like people, like even when I hear about somebody who did something really like crappy, you know, like I'm trying to think of a really crappy thing that happened, and I'm just like, well, that's just like, that's sad for him, you know? Like he feels
you're good at looking at other people's circumstances.
He feels like maybe he felt obligated to do that, you know? I don't know. I just like don't. You have to look for the best in people, even especially when they're at their worst.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's true. my friend Sharon's son had a weird like headache thing going on, and she put her hands on his body. She's like a crazy energy healer. By the way, stay tuned for her because she's going to be coming out and doing amazing things. But he was having this really bad headache, and he put his hands on her hands on his head, and he had this like weird flashback of a past life experience where he was like came to, and he was involved in the tea trade, and he said that he was on the bad side, and he felt bad because he got killed, and there was always a scar on his abdomen that he's told his mom he got stabbed from when he was little, and then he had this past life flashback thing, and he got stabbed, and he woke up feeling really guilty for the role that he played, but he was doing it to help his people, and he had this whole like weird, it was just crazy. Anyway, mind-blowing. So we could literally talk for like 5 hours.
I'm like my brain is just like
yeah,
what?
Crazy shit.
I have to meet her.
You have to meet her. You have to meet her.
Well, and
she's my people. She's your people. She's my people, and she's not here right now. But hopefully someday she'll be back.
Well, all my people need to come find me. I'm looking for you. I need you. And like the other piece of it is like, I don't know. We have so many people who live in this community who don't have like the family support, and then your family support is not always the support that you need in life.
Isn't that? It's true. Families everybody's got good parts and bad parts, right?
Yeah, and it like your life doesn't have to be
drama, right?
Yeah, lots of drama, dysfunction,
but lots of love.
So much love. Like literally so my brother had his birthday on Monday. February 3rd is his birthday.
My sister's is February 2nd. Weird.
Do you know what? I'm sorry, I won't let that thought go there. But yeah, he I think he's 36. He's 2.5 years older than me. And growing up, it's just like I can't really remember a time when we didn't argue. And we're very different. Yeah, we're very, very different. Like I am, like if you asked him, he would be like, Katie, yeah, because I go by Katie back home. It's all about Katie, It's all about her. She has to, be the one. But I've always been loud. I've always been outspoken. Couldn't hold my tongue.
The life of the party.
Could not say what I was thinking.
That's me.
I
can't either. Thanks,
but like growing up, it's like it's easy to kind of like stifle that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to get past the fear of like what people are going to think about what you're saying or what you're doing.
What people think of you is none of your business.
I know.
It's the best advice ever.
It's so true. And, but Garrett and I are older now. We both have kids, and this is the thing about siblings that I think like because we could be so mean to each other. I mean, even like I think back to like memories of us as children. Like we were just really mean to each other, and I can imagine like my girls being that angry with their siblings. It's gonna happen. They will be. Uh-huh. But like I love him so much, and I have so much like he is the person that has known me throughout my entire life. I mean, this is like a mind blow for me, but like he knew me as a child, he knew me as like now, he's gonna know me as
for all your stages.
Yeah, all the stages, and it's impossible not to have it's an undeniable love and connection with that person.
100%. Do you believe I have a friend that I've known since I was 3 that we're still like close to?
I hope
that's crazy.
Yeah, so like Posey and Molly have known each other for Posey was I guess 5 months when Molly was born, but I hope they have that relationship like where they're like, I hope everyone needs that though. Like everyone needs a lifelong friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're in an argument with your lifelong friend, get over that shit. Call them up.
Yes,
call them up and be like,
look, love them.
Sister.
None of that shit matters.
I did something stupid. I said what I shouldn't have said, or I said what I should have said, but I shouldn't have
said it that way.
And like, I'm sorry. Like, it's fine to just like put yourself out there and be like, look, I fucked up.
Yeah. Forgiveness.
100%. I did. Like, don't hold that. Like, it's really amazing to just let that shit go. Like I could seriously be still very angry with my brother because Oh my gosh, so many things. And he could be the same for me, you know, but look, the boy always picks up the phone when I call. And if I needed him tomorrow, he would figure out how to get here. He would be here for me. And,
yeah, my sister's the same with that.
You just have to know that, like, you don't have to talk to him every day. Like, I hadn't talked to Garrett in months. Well, like, I went home for Christmas. But yeah, it's just like, life's too freaking short to like, let shit fester and not talk about it and think you're less than and not do what you're supposed to be doing to feel better.
Lean in and love.
Lean in for the hug. All right, guys, we're gonna go before we start to get hysterical
because we could go for, like we did the other day, 3 hours.
We did. And if any of this resonated with you, you know what? I'll have to talk about that another time because if any of this resonated with you,
because we've talked a lot.
Back to earth, Catherine. Come and see what we're all about here. We have so many events for everyone and anyone under the sun. Bring a dog, bring a kid. And you guys, call someone you love.
And say you love them.
And actually call them and actually talk to them. This is me
picking up the phone. Don't text.
This is me picking up the phone. You know, like a lot of people don't know what this means.
Or like, you know, like, yeah, you're right. Because they're like, wait, what is that? I do that. What is this?
Reach out.
Is this I love you?
Do the
I can't see myself.
That's I love you. You gotta go. Reach out and call someone you love.
Love you.
See you next week, Thursday, 11.
Bye.